What's up, guys? It's Rantium here, and today we are back in Skyrim. That's right, you guys, and don't snap. Is it gonna be an awesome freaking day? So guys, welcome back. So today, judging by the shield on the lovely guard to my right, or to my left rather, we are back in Whiterun taking a look at this place, CREEKSIDE Manor. Now, CREEKSIDE Manor is an extra-dimensional home that's made by the same mod author that did one of the last homes that I showcased that was kind of the extra-dimensional one. It was the fish tank one. You remember the Aqua House? If you watched that video, it's the Aqua House. They've done Chateau du Fromage, I believe, and a couple of the other ones that are kind of in the little globes or the little bottles that you consume, and then you teleport to the home. Now, CREEKSIDE Manor is not the home behind me, obviously. We're just in Whiterun. We're just chilling. But in order to find the globe, in order to get to the actual home, you gotta find the Temple of Kinnereth. Now, the Temple of Kinnereth is right here next to, looks like, House Greymane, and then you can kind of see some bigger landmarks around me. You've got kind of the Hall of the Dead right down there, and then you have Dragon's Reach right there. It's this big building right here. It's easy to find, and it's pretty like centrally located. But you go inside, and it's inside of the Temple of Kinnereth. Now, once inside the Temple of Kinnereth, depending on the door that you come in, it could be on that side, or it'll be on this side. It's this side that you want to find, because the CREEKSIDE Manor bottle is right here. So I came in on the side that was facing kind of towards the exit of Whiterun, and this lady is staring at me real creepily, so we're just gonna go and pick that up. But you pick up the little globe, and it says CREEKSIDE Manor, and you can kind of see what the home looks like on the inside of the bottle. And I've always loved these homes just because of how out of the box they are. But let's go ahead and consume it, and let's go home. And here we are, inside of CREEKSIDE Manor. Now, yes, indeed, for those that this might be their first extra-dimensional home, it is a little bit jarring to come in here and see the moving background and stuff like that. Kind of feels like my screen is moving towards me a little bit disorienting, but at the same time, it's something that I can get used to. So chances are there's probably somebody out there who can get used to the same thing. But CREEKSIDE Manor is this home right here, obviously. And then we've got this little area over here. Now, we're going to start outside and just work our way in. But the outside of the home, and this is coming from the mod author, the outside of the home had less done on it rather than the inside of the home. Or I should say compared to the inside of the home. So we won't spend too much time outside of here. We'll just kind of glance over a couple of the things because the main meat and potatoes and some bacon is inside of the home itself. Looks like we've got ourselves some nice crop plots over here. Always good to see in any type of home, you see. Always nice to have kind of a farm. You will notice some graphical errors. I'm not sure whether or not that's part of something with my load order or if it's something with this mod. When you have things in an extra dimensional space, they might get a little bit wonky at times, but I can, that's another thing that I could get over. But little seating area out here. And then if you look off into the distance, you see there's a horker on that hill. You have your nice little pond and stuff like that. You've got a big tree over there to just kind of chill out, hang out underneath of, with some really cool like wooden struts. Now those wooden struts and the support system right there, that comes from Whiterun leading into Dragon's Reach, which is pretty cool. We won't go over there, but you can kind of see it from all the way over here. But nice wildlife out there. Only one singular horker. I feel like he'd get lonely. The Lonely Horker sounds like a book that you'd end up finding out there in Skyrim. But if you're wondering how you get back home, the way you get back home is the same way that you came in. You find the bottle inside of the home, and you click Return to Tamriel. Now it's easy to find whether it's nighttime or daytime. You just click that, and you're right back there. Now, one of the main things that is really nice about a lot of these homes that the mod author does is they include cloud storage. So cloud storage, obviously, for those that don't know, cloud storage is one of those things that allows you to store things in the cloud for you to get later. Now, you can activate the cloud storage right here, and you can see that we have clam meat, Cyrodiilic spadetail, histcarp, all sorts of that stuff in here, but we're going to put my iron greatsword in there because we're going to test it out. Now, inside of the cloud storage, it says we have the iron greatsword, which means I can access the cloud storage inside of the home and get that iron greatsword, which is great for moving things in and out of big storage chests or crafting materials and everything like that. It's really nice. It's really quiet here, kind of like deafeningly quiet, and I don't like that, so it's really making me uncomfortable being out here, but I assure you there's music on the inside of the home. And speaking of that, let's head in. And here we are on the inside of CREEKSIDE Manor. Now, I love what the mod author has done with all kind of like the nautical themed things, especially with this little wheel right here. Kind of neat to see. You'll see what I mean about the nautical things as we move upstairs. But here in the grand entrance, it's a nice open floor concept plan, gives access to a whole bunch of stuff down here. And I think in typical Ryantium fashion, let's actually break this down step by step, piece by piece. Now, one thing that I do want to say is these insects that you see flying around, that's not part of vanilla Skyrim. There's a couple mods that I have running, TLS Insectopia and Prismatic Insects of Skyrim will allow you to gather, or will allow you to get this same effect in your Skyrim that I have right here. But now we can break it down. Over here on the right, looks like we got a nice little seating area through here, and you'll notice throughout the entire home, you'll find these little College of Winterhold type windows that show into the outside, and it actually is the outside. You can see kind of the extra dimensional wall going up there with all of the blues and stuff like that, and you got the gleam blossoms right outside your front window. Kind of cool to see. A little dark over here in this corner. In fact, let's see, do I have any brightness settings turned up? Brightness is almost turned all the way up, so you can tell it's a little bit dark over here. It looks like these lights might not be working as well, but that could be a clash with my enhanced light and effects and stuff like that mod. Possibly so. But more nautical things over here with a couple of the buoys, got some crabs on the wall. We have Nemo on the wall and all sorts of that good stuff. But nice little seating areas through here, and as we move into this big room in here, this has got to be one of my favorite crafting areas. Now, you might be wondering, well, where the hell are all the crafting areas? Well, in similar fashion to the Aqua House, which is one of the homes that we showcased before, all of the crafting benches are inside of little globes. Now, you don't teleport to them, you just access them. There's no janky animations that you can get stuck on. There's nothing like that. Plus, look what you have right next to it, cloud storage, and you can do all sorts of that stuff. Now, I will go ahead and say I had one crash loading into the home, so the greatsword is gone because it wasn't actually in there before the crash, but I can go ahead and put another thing in there just so that we can see, because it is indeed in my inventory, and we'll go throughout the entire house just so that I can prove to you that it does work. So like I said, all of the crafting benches right here, always nice to see, and we also have ourselves a teleportation table. Now we can teleport straight to Whiterun, we can go to Riverwood, it looks like we've got, what's this one, Falkreath, we've got Iverstead, all sorts of that stuff, not to mention we've got Raven Rock out there. I'm pretty sure there's Castle Volkihar too, yeah, right there, look at that. Castle Volkihar, all sorts of that stuff. So it's a very nice teleportation system that allows you to teleport to places that maybe you haven't even seen before. The only reason I can go there is because I have all of the map markers unlocked, but I can't see them because we're actually not in Skyrim anymore. But I will say one of my favorite parts about this entire room and the home itself is the stained glass windows with the ability to see outside. I've seen a lot of homes try to do the indoor-outdoor feel with a lot of the windows and a lot of functionality that way. This one nails it, and I gotta say, they did a great job with it, kind of making it feel as if it's in the same exact cell, except, it's not. I can't just walk through the window, but it's really, really cool. They did a great job. But we've got ourselves the grindstone, the tanning rack, the workbench, and the anvil. And then we've also got ourselves the alchemy lab, arcane enchanter, staff enchanter, oven, and a cooking spit. With our cloud storage over there, some assorted death bells, and a lovely little drift moth. Can't speak today. And then over here we've got, looks like some staff storage and some clothing storage. Now, does it do the same thing as before? No, okay. Sometimes these little boxes that they have them in can be picked up, and it's probably not the best thing to have. Probably not the best thing to do. But we've also got ourselves the weapon rack right here, always nice to see, and our gem storage right there. And then we've also got assorted crafting supplies storage. We've got ourselves, looks like this is all just crafting supplies, and then a couple assorted safes underneath of here. Very cool way of laying that out with the table design. Very cool. But as we move through here, we've got this big kind of fireplace in the middle with our more nautical themed stuff. Got some fish right there and some more buoys and stuff like that. Really, really cool. I love all that stuff. Little seating area right here to pop open a beer and just get drunk. And then we've got over here, we've got our grand dining room, and I like that it's more of a grand dining nook rather than a room itself, because it keeps the open floor concept plan open rather than constrictive with doors and stuff like that. A little bit of loose stuff right here, so be careful where you're walking. Got some apples. I'll take one of those even though I'm allergic. But a nice big spread for, let's see, what, 6 people? You could probably fit another chair right there, fit a couple more butts at that table, but nonetheless pretty cool. I will say, one thing that the mod author really nailed is the aesthetic and the atmosphere of this entire room. The lighting and the way it just kind of flows, very, very nicely done. I love how it just flows into one room into another room, and so on and so forth. Now, this door back here, I don't actually think it works. Now, I'm not getting a prompt to access it, I'm not getting a prompt to activate it, or anything like that, and normally that would happen, and I can try clicking as many times as I want, it's not going to work. So I'm not sure if that's just a dummy door, or if it's an actual entrance into the home. There might be another door on the other side, but I'm just not sure. But a nice little storage area right here, whether or not this is the front door or the back door, whichever you want to say it is. We've got some gleam blossoms over here. This is kind of just like a storage pantry. But once again, you've got all of these really cool College Winterhold doors acting as windows, which is a very nice touch. Now, as we move through the home, once again, we can come up on top of the ladder, or I should say up on top of the stairs. But one thing that I wanted to call attention to is this really cool kind of like counterweight thing. It's the little buoy. I think that's really neat. It's just a neat way of just having little knickknacks throughout the house. But we can go ahead and move up the staircase right here into the first room. Now, this is the children's bedroom, obviously, judging by the toys that are on the ground. And look at that, we can take our toys. Now wait, can I see them inside of my inventory? I want to see what these things look like. Are they in my miscellaneous? Yes, they are. i've got a miniature crab, and I got a little tusk, or a little boar. I got a dog, and I got a bigger boar with a with a little guy on the back. Nice. I like that. That's really cool. Really, really cool usage of the regular Skyrim assets. Some neat little fish right here, although it looks as if they like turn them into a bug project, like sticking pins through them. And then there's also a miniaturized saber-toothed cat, or saber-toothed tiger. Interesting. But it's a really cool children's bedroom. I love all the little knickknacks through here. For some reason, there's a random goat cheese wedge. Not sure. But always cool to see that there are some kids' bedrooms and stuff like that in here. Really, really neat nautical stuff through here once again. Couple different colored death bells right there. Pretty neat. And you can actually store different ingredients up there. Look at that. You've got ingredients right there. Fish, potatoes. Looks like gleam blossom, more death bells, all sorts of that stuff. Very cool. Some more little statues right here. Really, really cool usage of a lot of the assets, like I said, from Skyrim. Some more fish kind of mummified / taxidermized and stuff like that. Cool little fish tank right there. Very, very cool. I think the mod author likes fish. I think that's a safe assumption, right? And then we have the master bedroom. Now, the master bedroom isn't anything too spectacular. It's got some nice lighting in here, but all in all, it's just that, a master bedroom. We have our big bed right here with a nice big slaughterfish statue above us. And then we also have a cloud storage in here, so I can finally show you that it does indeed work. So there's my iron greatsword, and we can just go ahead and take that out. We're good to go. Got a couple loose potions up there, little loose potions, or loose poisons as well. Little fishbowl right here, kind of neat to see. And then last but not least, we've got ourselves another little seating area up here with just an area to just chill out, maybe read a book, anything like that, as well as store some light armor and some heavy armor. Kind of nice to see. You can't store them on the mannequin itself, but it's always nice to have at least a place to put your things when you need to. But not a whole lot of bookcases in here for the bookworms of Skyrim, or at least I didn't see any. But other than that, I think this home is very neat. I think it's a very cool home. You know, it's the extra-dimensional home, so it's going to be for a specific type of person who doesn't want their home situated on a mountainside in Skyrim, or next to the water in Skyrim, somewhere like that. It's going to be for somebody who wants something a little bit out of this world, and I think it's there for a reason. But guys, let me know, would you use it down there in the comment section? Let me know if you enjoyed today's mod showcase. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.